What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here at the Nerd Castle with the next episode in Nopton, where we roll hard. Now, we are firmly in our second year, which means that there are going to be some things that we need to look to in order to ensure that bad things don't happen to us. 3 nomads have arrived. Oh, that'll be fun. So we've got Doodledanett, who appears to be a warrior. Definitely a warrior. So 30 axe skill is a pretty high starting skill level. Probably take her, and let's go ahead and go to squads, and we're gonna call, what was her name? Doodledanett or something like that? Doodledanett. There it is. And so we're gonna call formation number 4 is gonna be Hackies one more time, and we're gonna have to get her some gear before we go much further. And I think really kind of diversifying, I was gonna say that in the first place, but as we go into this episode, it's gonna be a good idea in our second year now, because things are supposed to ramp up at this point, where we're gonna start getting a lot more goblins at a time, a lot more just threats. And from what I understand, either gnomes were nerfed or goblins were buffed. And so it's making me a little nervous right now. I've yet to play with the new system. Now, this buff or nerf could have happened like 8 months ago, and I still would have missed it. But in any case, I have heard murmurs that the game is actually more difficult now than it was. Let's go ahead and continue assigning our professions. So we've got somebody else to take a look at here. We have Zafizzle. And so Zafizzle, it almost sounds like he's got like a job title. He is Zafizzle. Who is he? Zafizzle. Zafizzle is also pretty good with an axe and is also probably going to go into the farts. So let's go ahead and throw her in there as well. I wasn't planning on expanding my military this fast, but you know what? I don't think it could hurt us. So let's go ahead and we'll expand it. We'll call her a Hackie as well. And so what we need now is to assign the final person, who I'm really kind of hoping is a farmer, Fink. And Fink is good at woodcutting. Fink is reasonably decent at farming, and since I don't think we need any more woodcutters, I'm just going to call him a farmer, because we have a lot of farm work to do. And so unfortunately, he doesn't have a choice. He's just going to have to do it. The other thing I think we should probably do is we should clear out the training grounds for just a minute. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Let's go down to the bottom layer, though, and we definitely need to queue up some gear for these guys. So we've got 2 new warriors, which means we're going to need 2 more bronze breastplates. There they are. We're going to need 2 more bronze helmets. There they are. We're also going to need 2 bronze axe heads. And so I'm going to go for those. And beyond that, I think we're going to be okay right there. Then the final thing we're going to need is 2 shield bosses, 2 shield backings, and then we should be good. It'll be alright. So we're going to queue all that stuff up, and hopefully it gets done before our invasion, which should be coming in the next day to day and a half. We're probably going to get run down on, I would say at least by the 3rd day of summer, we're probably going to get a pretty good amount of enemies coming straight for us. The last group wasn't so bad. I don't know, though. I can feel it in the water or something. Something's weird right now, and it's not going to work out for us. I can almost promise you that. So anyways, we got our bandages in place. I should probably ramp up bandage production as well. I'm happy to see that there's a bunch more people working in our fields, which is a good thing. That's something that has really not been going so well for us lately. I think I should probably set people up to go forage, because our food supply is looking really bad right now, and they seem to be ignoring the orange orchard altogether. The orangerd, I guess, as you would call it. Did I say to pick fruit? I did. So let's go ahead and just say pick fruit again and see if they get the picture, because it does need to get done, although that might be something that my lumberjacks are handling. I'm not really sure which. Our 4 warriors all hanging out down here. Very good. Hopefully somebody's down in here mashing out the parts that we need in order to make our lives a little bit easier. Having a weapon increases the survivability of your gnomes by a massive amount. I should also probably get those going one more time just to ensure that we don't run out, because we are queuing up a lot of stuff right now. I'm running the math in my head, and we should be okay for basic gear upgrades for everybody, but not for like gloves and pauldrons and all that kind of stuff. We should be okay with a chest piece and a helmet and a weapon and a shield, but everything else will have to come later, and we're just kind of waiting on all this stuff to happen before anything else terrible occurs. The 2 hand axe heads are now done. And I think for what I'm going to do from there is we'll just queue those on up to make sure that we have 2 of those in the work queue. I probably could have just started with the final object and just hoped that they crafted things in the right order, but I just wanted to make really sure that we had like bronze weaponry and stuff like that ready to go. They're all out here training. I've noticed that I don't know, I've been reading the forums a lot because I feel like there's a lot of information that I just don't know based on like the patch cycles of the game. Oh, that looks so good having a full squad right there. I'm gonna go ahead and let them off duty right now. And then what I need to do is we'll go through here and we're gonna put in a patrol point. So to do that, you go to the designate area menu, and then you're gonna jump on into the guard area. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go like so. You're gonna call that a guard station. And then the farts are gonna be here pretty much all day from now on. I don't think anybody needs training right now because everybody's at about 30 skill. But I just want them to be hanging out in this spot because we do have a lot of people outside the walls just kind of grabbing food and everything like that. So I just want to really ensure that we have people standing around. I also wanted to queue up bread because we are producing a lot of wheat now. And so a loaf of bread might be a good place to start. Kind of moving ourselves up the tech chain with regards to the food that we're going to be eating because we've been eating a lot of fruit lately. I mean, the bathrooms have been horrific. I mean, it's been getting blown up on a daily basis. Every now and again, I go on a fruit diet just when I'm feeling a little husky, and it's bad. I mean, things go straight through you. It's like the Thunderdome. It's like a whole bunch of fruit enters and like one solid mass leaves. It's bad. It's real bad. Now these guys, how's this armor going down here? How are we looking? Hopefully he doesn't craft all the armor plates first. And then after that we need 2 shields at the bare minimum. So let's go ahead and make 2 shields just to make sure that they have something to hide behind if we get attacked shortly. I can't tell you what's going to happen, but I can tell you there's a pretty good chance of it happening. Oh, that's kind of funny. If you sit the haft and the head on top of each other, it makes the same form as the finished product. I never noticed that before. So that's how he did it. Just a little look into the way that the game was designed. And one of our fine warriors should come back down in here and grab one of these any second. Assuming. Did I assign everybody to be axe gnomes? Okay, okay, good. So there's a shield as well. So that's looking a little bit better. They still run the risk of getting punched in the throat or something, though. Cena von Racken has created a legendary orange wine. And it's already been hauled. You'll never be able to make it back. There it is, the ale rubber. Or the ale grubber. There's a G in there hiding. That makes sense because it is Nopton. I bet there's G's hiding all over the place. The ale grubber. It'd be kind of humorous if you crafted like a legendary food or drink that if you're gnomes, after that point they would just be chasing the dragon. They would never be able, they would become like drug addicts. They'd be like, I need more ale grubber, but they can never have it again. It's just like one of those one-time things that you will never again see. I was actually kind of hoping that we made legendary armor or something. Kind of. I mean, not really, because when you make legendary armor, it's worth a lot of money and it can get you into trouble. In fact, our Kingdom Worth right now might be expanding too rapidly, which is something that I have been slightly concerned about. Alright, well, our little guys have shields and weapons now. I can't guarantee that any of the paddings or anything for their armor are going to get done before our next invasion. I mean, we've got 2 days, I think, before we get invaded, so everything should be alright. I don't mean to sound like a broken record here, but the second year gets kind of real. The second year gets kind of scary, guys, and it's going to get rough. So buckle in. This could be a shorter series than we expected. I'd hate to get killed in the second year, considering my own personal playthrough is on like, you know, my 8th or 9th year right now. That would be a little disappointing. I did want to run the series out to at least the kind of, I don't know, digits that started with a 2 or a 3. However, if they get us, and there's not a whole lot that we can do about it. I suppose we'll just kind of stop the series there. It's not something that I'd be like super happy about. I'd be like, damn it. I'd probably swear a lot on my own time, not in the video, but what you gonna do? Let's see who's sleeping in here. Hey, go away. I don't want to select the dirt floor. I don't care at all about the dirt floor. So why do I only see 4 guys here? I find this to be unnerving. Where is my 5th guard? Okay, so that's cool. Definitely gonna need some armor pretty soon, though. I was gonna assign a bunch of mining for the next little bit, but I think I'm gonna allow, since most of my miners are also blacksmiths, I haven't really segmented that job out just yet. I think I'm just gonna allow them to work until kind of the first couple pieces of armor are done. There's a monitor lizard hanging out right there. Just kind of monitoring the situation. You know how they do. I'm so worried that my entire guard force is gonna go to bed all at the same time, and then we're just gonna get invaded. That's one of my most hated things in the entire universe of Gnomoria, as I absolutely just can't stand it when that happens. Where like your military force is perfectly fine and they're ready for the challenge, but then they all go to sleep at like the exact same time and you get invaded the moment after they go to bed and you're just like, ah. Like, well, maybe I should have swapped them into multiple groups. So we have a helmet down. Someone should come along and equip that any moment. Oh, never mind. Both of my noobs are sleeping. Alright, much better. Very, very good. Let me make sure that I have enough bars to finish all the stuff that I've been producing. Raw ore, we've got plenty. We've got enough to make like 30 more bars, so it should be okay there. I thought bars were up a little bit higher. Let me make sure that I don't skip past them because I always do. I know that I could possibly just add these to my list over here, but I haven't done it yet because I am a lazy and also slightly damaged bastard, I guess, would be the way that I would put it. Definitely feeling slightly damaged with the way I orchestrate everything. So, helmet is better than nothing. I mean, it's not like we're using... Well, if we were using guns, I'd be like, yeah, don't even bother wearing armor. We're just gonna get shot anyways. It's gonna go straight through in either case, so you might as well be lightweight and move fast. Just put a helmet on or something and hope that it bounces off instead of putting your gnomey brains all over the grass. But luckily, our foes don't have firearms. If they did, I would just hate my life right now. Looks like we've got a final piece of gear being crafted down here. And I'm sorry if I sound like a broke record, but I am really concerned about these guys having gear before we get attacked. If they don't, it's gonna be real bad. Apparently that one was better quality than the one that he had on, so he decided he was gonna swoop in and take it because he's Mr. Cuddlesworth. He's like the Lord Warrior of our... Oh, he finally crafted Blessed. Okay, that's why it came out super nice. There we go. So one guy got a helmet, one guy got an armor. Ooh, boy. It's gonna be close. It is gonna be close. God, these guys are gonna be such bad victims if we get attacked by anything with a weapon. They're just gonna get a train rolled on us. Be like, ah! Oh god, he's stabbing me in the duodenum over and over and over again. Now, if you are concerned about, I didn't want to mention this, if you're concerned about your gnomes going to sleep while everybody else is doing work, or like while you get attacked, you could put an alarm bell in, but the problem with the alarm bell is that you have to have an engineer available to actually like hit the switch on the alarm bell, otherwise it doesn't work properly. And so it does wake up, oh damn it. See what I'm talking about right there? All of our guys went to sleep right as they attacked. It's just like, what can you even do about a situation so ugly? Does she have an arm off? Dear God. Help her, man. Oh, you guys are morons. You guys are idiots of such a massive caliber that I don't even know how to address you properly right now. You're so stupid. Like, yeah, let's go to bed. We can see the goblins in the distance, but let's just go to bed. Screw it. Nah, it'll be fine. It'll all be good. Well, hopefully my remaining warriors can get some manner of, like, reasonable fighting done. I mean, there's blood everywhere. Goblin has bled to death. Good, we've got one down right there. He's picked up a copper shield from somewhere. Doodledanett's leg is off? Oh my god, Doodledanett had the worst day ever. Doodledanett shouldn't have come to work today. Clawbles. Where did you get a worn copper shield? You shouldn't be able to equip that. I thought in-game you weren't allowed to equip, like worn things. That's weird. Another goblin is down, only 2 more remaining. Hopefully the remainder of our defense force decides to wake the hell up. Well, that could have gone a lot better. It is unfortunate that Doodledanett had to give her life for the Commonwealth, but not much can be helped about it. I'm not pleased, but it was to be expected. Oh, her armor got broke too. Jeez. Alright, well that's bad. Luckily you get most of the component parts back out, so you can actually reassemble it from scratch. So that'll work out okay. So let me queue up another bronze breastplate down in here, just because we have the parts hanging out already. There we go. And so if they've already busted up the parts, you might as well get it going. And so we'll have the extra breastplate for when someone else adds to our society. So as you can see, the battles do get concurrently worse. Now the goblins have themselves gear, they have themselves all kinds of like nasty things that are causing us problems. So yeah, ramping up our military is probably going to be a good way to increase the chances of our survival, I guess would be the way I would put it. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm glad that it was them instead of like Smash Nasty or one of our trained warriors. That would have been even worse. So it worked out. I will say that it's unfortunate that they went to bed when they did. That's maddening on multiple levels, just because it's kind of an RNG element that there's not a whole lot you can do about. I believe food supply is looking a little lax right now, guys. I don't know why you're not foraging these trees, but let's go ahead and manually do that, because this is way more important than cotton right now. Like, this is way higher on the list. So let's go ahead and get that done, because I think we have easily, like, what, 65 food in there? So yeah, let's go grab that. And now that we've gotten the invasion out of the way, God, there's just gore everywhere. God. Well, can't be helped. Where's our fourth guy? Did we lose 2 guys? I can only assume that he's probably sleeping off somewhere. Maybe even like back here. I'm not gonna flip the camera around though, because it requires me to move my hand off the keyboard, and I'm terrified at the moment. It's my comfort keyboard. It's the only thing making me feel better about the fact that there are greenskins hiding in the darkness, waiting to slaughter us all one by one. Looks like we got like a busted... No, there's a bronze shield just hanging out right there. I don't know. Okay, so there it is. I think we should probably get back to work. Let's cancel that, and with the 2 people... I actually don't think we... Oh, we're out of plates. Even worse. Okay, well, we've got that on repeat now, so they should be able to mine that on out. But as it stands, I'm gonna try... Let's go 2 pauldrons right here, so we'll call those bronze pauldrons. Let's cancel that as well. We'll go 2 greaves, 2 gauntlets, and 2 boots. And we'll just get the 1 new warrior, I guess, fully equipped up. And since the fight is now out of the way, let's go ahead and take them all off guard duty, and we'll put them back into the training center for another couple days. I think you only get attacked once or twice per season, so let's go ahead and have the farts on duty whenever they're awake. I mean, we might as well just have them train and make sure that they know how to use their weapons better than poor old Doodledanett did. Doodledanett didn't even get a name. That's the worst part. Like, that's kind of like once you've been adopted into Gnomish society, you get a name. I give you a name from the NCE, and Doodledanett didn't even get a name first. Didn't even last that long. Left arm still clutching a bronze hand axe. God, that's pretty grim right there. That's pretty grim. Pretty grim and terrifying. I believe the next plan of action for me is going to be to ensure that either we have enough wheat, so maybe another wheat field over here might be nice, just so we can keep making bread to make sure that our food stocks are awesome at all the time. Let me move that up really rapidly, and then we can go to the butcher's table as well, and we've got a bunch of goblins to chop up, so let's butcher the bastards. Cut the head open too to get the skull out, so we can get ourselves a goblin skull helmet and look awesome. This is gonna be amazing. Our entire society clad in evil helmets of darkness. And there it goes. We'll be able to make ourselves some goblin sausage. Although, where do you harvest? Never mind. I was gonna be like, where do you harvest the sausage on a goblin? But nope, I've got a pretty good idea where they harvest it from. I mean, I know where the best place just conceivably would be to start if you're trying to be humorous. And so there it is. I should probably build myself another cook, too. But I'm gonna have to wait till the next season when we have more people who are ready to go with all of the cooking jobs. I also may need to, like, designate somebody as the chef, because I think the other problem that we're running into is we simply just don't have enough farmers to get the jobs done with all the things we have queued up. I don't know, we'll see. We'll let it run for how it is right now, but I've noticed our food supply continues to dip like over and over and over again down into like the 50s and 60s. So I'm thinking that our farmers are just, and we almost always have like food in the harvest, so I think they're just not being able to get to the harvest right now based on the fact that too much work to be done. We need at least like 2 more farmers. We need like 2 guys to be designated as cooks all the time. The problem with that though that I don't like is that on occasion you end up with a situation where, I don't know, you end up with a situation where you don't have chefs doing anything for long periods of time, so I don't know. That's why I try and do multi-purpose jobs, even though it's a bad idea. I would rather have somebody working all the time than have them be, like, randomly idle, which drives me crazy. What has happened right here? I was gonna say, this is weird. There we go. It's gotta be because I'm on a weird layer. And that'll allow them to use up some of that extra cotton. And our flop house will be even more awesome. I can't wait till I get all the beds in so I can get rid of that one downstairs and force everybody to sleep in here. That's right, in Nomston you have forced sleeping arrangements. Don't like it? It's like summer camp. Doesn't matter. B5. Get in bed. It's after dark. Oh my god, give everybody just like a number. Number 47. They're gonna leave her arm right there. Doodledanett's left arm is just gonna stay there to remind everybody what happens when they don't train hard enough. When they don't put their all into every single day. When they take life for granted. When war is forgotten. Lest we forget and all that kind of stuff. I think, well, I don't know. I like where we're at right now. And I do like that we have the choke point that's kind of forcing them into our vicinity. I wonder if I can I replant these? As like wheat? Oh, I can. Well, let's just replant these as wheat then. I don't really think that we need anything other than wheat right now anyways. We're going to try it out. We're going to try and use the orchards for all of our fruit-related needs. And then if we can replant these all as wheat so that we can just keep making ourselves more and more bread, I would prefer to do that. Maybe even put in another big orchard over here of just apple trees. Let's do that. Let's replace the floor right here with a dirt clump. There it is. And once that's been placed, what we'll do is we'll put in another grove. And we'll just call this one apple trees, I guess. And it'll be about yay big. Yeah, that'll be fine. We don't have any apple plantings, unfortunately, though. Or, I'm sorry, any apple clippings. We should probably do that, too. So let's cut clippings from all the apple trees over here, now that it's safe to do so. I think this appears to be, like, the nearest apple location where I can get all kinds of apple-related goodies. I love alcoholic apple cider, by the way. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world. It is delicious. It's my favorite part of Christmas, anyways. Hard apple cider. Good, the last drop. I also enjoy mead around Christmas. I really, really, really enjoyed a milled mead every now and again. We don't have a whole lot of... We don't have a ton. In California, we have loads and loads of microbreweries that do all kinds of just random beers, ales, and stouts and everything else, but we don't have a whole lot of microbreweries, a whole lot of anything around here making honey meat or honey wine. You just don't see it. I think we have like Chaucers around here because I live really near the Napa Valley, so we know a lot of the names around here. I live probably 30 minutes from the Napa Valley, kind of along the edge. And we have Chaucers, and we have... I think there's one other brand around here that makes mead, and I don't even know if Chaucers is from here. Chaucers might actually be from overseas somewhere. No idea. Didn't read the bottle. I think we have an Irish mead, or a Scottish mead company that imports to here, but other than that, you're going to have to go to Bevmo or something. I think even Bevmo, their supply of random meads is very, very limited. Anyways, I think this is a good spot to break off the episode. I'm kind of feeling as though I'm running out of things mentally to talk about. So, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle. Before I run out of fuel, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.